welcome everyone back to another episode of the Penn Sports Network podcast. I'm the host today. My name is Maurio, Damiano. We are joined by Katy Graydon and Dani Ramos from the IUP women's tennis team. So, ladies, thank you for coming on, taking some time to be on with us today.
Thank you. No problem.
So, you're from England.
Yeah.
And you're from Colombia. So, like, the first thing I guess that comes to mind is kind of how did you guys get to not only America but to IUP? So we'll start with you, Kay. How did you end up here?
So, when I was younger, I always liked sports. And then I found out when I was like probably 12, 13 that people could go to America to do like get a college scholarship. So that really interested me. And then I kept playing tournaments in England, and then I actually signed to go to a university in Colorado. So I signed for a D1, and then I went there for a semester, but the tennis got cut because of COVID.
Wow.
So then I was on the transfer portal, and then our old coach, who was there for 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year, he recruited me from the transfer portal. I actually signed very late. I took over a girl who left after one semester, and then the rest is history. So been here now like 3.5 years, 3 years. So I enjoy it. So yeah.
Do they have like NCAA where you're from in England, or is it like
No, like
they don't
there's
have
no
any college sports
sport.
at all?
Like that's the thing. I wanted to come here because to get basically my school paid for.
Yeah.
And in England, the college like university sport isn't really a thing. It's more just like
smart.
a play, like you just play for fun.
Oh,
like
okay.
after the game, you drink. Like it's very sociable. It's not really competitive.
Sure.
So yeah, that's why I came here basically for the college sport. The atmosphere. I always saw videos online, and I was like, oh, that looks fun.
Sure.
Why not?
And Dani, so you're from Colombia, and you were saying like before we started that you came here when you were 14 without your parents. So what was that like, and kind of what was that process like for you?
Well, basically, I went to Florida when I was 14 as a summer camp, and just to play tennis, just to kind of have fun.
Sure.
And my parents were like, well, you need kind of like an independence experience and all of this. And then they liked me, and they were like, you should come back and we'll give you a scholarship to, play tennis. You'll do your high school here, finish here. And my parents were like, yeah, let's do it, It's a great opportunity.
Sure.
And the whole purpose of it is just, to go to school and have a scholarship, play tennis. That was the whole purpose of it. And then I graduated in Florida, and I went to Jackson State. It's in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for 2 years, had a great experience, everything.
Sure.
It's a D1, competition was great. And then I decided to transfer because I just wanted to try out a new state. I know Mississippi is not one of the best states in, in the United States.
Sure.
So I just wanted to try out something new and a different atmosphere, I guess. So I found about IUP, and, you get to the transfer portal and everything. And
Sure.
I transferred here, and so far it's been great. I mean, the college experience is kind of the same as, my school before, but it's definitely way better. I like IUP.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is like definitely a little more warm, I guess, and like I don't know. I feel a little closer to everything.
So like the team.
Yeah.
But not the weather though. The weather.
No, the weather. No.
So you guys are both transfer. So when you go into the transfer portal, like, how does that work? Do you like send someone an email? Do you like go on a website? Like, how does that kind of come about?
So it basically. So I got just put into it
because the team got cut.
And it's you can't see the transfer portal, but all the coaches can.
Okay. So you can't see like other players that are.
No, so the NCAA, I can't see the coaches that are looking for me. They just send me emails.
Okay.
And then if I look and see other schools, loads of people are graduating.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted at first to stay in Colorado, so I saw D1s that people would graduate, and I got in contact with them, but they already had players.
Sure.
So that's kind of how I went, and I just got a lot of emails from coaches and just talked to the coaches and saw the teams, and I think that's basically how it works. And it's basically for the coaches to see you in the transfer portal. And you like as an athlete you can't see anything.
Yeah,
And, like, how was it for you?
it was the same thing, you know, just you ask your school to put you in the transfer portal, but you can not really see who is looking at you or anything. The only thing is you get emails, you receive emails, and then from there you decide, you know, I'm interested in this, I'm interested in that. You arrange like any calls, you know, with all the coaches, and then from there, you know, I mean, I got recruited by IUP, and then they took out my name out of it, and then you just get recruited.
So you tell the school.
Yeah,
like,
you
tell
tell
like the
them.
athletic director.
Yeah,
the
you
athletic
tell
office.
this. So you tell the school, basically like, oh, like I'm gonna sign. You know, they give you the letter, and you know you sign, and then you take you out.
Yeah, because I know like players go on the transfer. I wasn't sure if it was like the
Yeah.
website or like I'm not sure
Yeah,
how that
yeah,
works.
yeah.
Like,
You
how,
think you
how
can?
does entering the like what does that actually look like?
Just means
Right.
you like tell the coach,
Right.
or like you want to
Like,
get
yo,
out
I'm
of the
out.
school.
Yeah, like I'm
I'm
out
out
of
of
here.
Yeah, because
okay.
it sounds like you're like manipulating the portal. You're like, oh, I'm doing this, but no, you just get in. That's it, you know.
So how kind of quickly did you end up at like when you transferred? How quickly did you decide that you were going to IUP? Both of you, I guess.
So actually, for me, I really loved Colorado. I just
Yeah.
wasn't playing tennis, so I actually wanted to transfer in the spring.
Sure.
But I spoke to coaches. I actually spoke to a team in Hawaii and was thinking about going there. And then I pushed it off to the spring and was like, I'll talk to more coaches. And then I actually declined IUP to start.
Really?
But then he came back to me and he was like, actually, this is more like, and then I just thought one day, it was very quick.
Sure.
And it was like in December when I was coming for January, so it was very sudden. And I just thought, oh, why not? Like, why? Let's just go and like let's play tennis. And I liked how the team was international.
Yeah.
And like the coach seemed good, so I was like, oh, this could be good. And I liked how it was a conference-winning team. We get to nationals like that. It was attracted to me. Like, why not come here and see?
Yeah. What about you, Dan?
For me, well, it was kind of recent. It was last year.
Yeah.
And when I got into the portal, so they changed the rules. So Katy, you transferred like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was before like the
That
NIL
was like,
and all that
yeah,
stuff.
so now there's like rules. So you can only get in, there's like periods you can get in. So the period for the summer starts in May.
Okay.
So I couldn't talk to anyone until the summer started. And it took me like maybe like a month. Actually a lot of Pennsylvania schools tried to talk to me.
Okay.
But IUP just seemed very attractive to me in general. Like it was just like the top recruited me and he was great, you know. He's a very nice guy. He was offering me all these things.
Yeah.
And I just saw, you know, they were a good team, good tennis players, a good environment, a good school. And I was just like, oh, let's just go for it, you know.
So you talk about the environment, you talk about being all international. Like that's very unique to your team specifically. And I feel like it's been like that for a while, like since at least you've been here. So what does that hold any significance to you now being a part of it?
I mean, I think it's great having an international team. I think it's like all the like multicultural, like
Oh, it's great. Like seeing everyone like just express themselves is so different from all the other teams because like you get a piece of everyone's culture.
Yeah.
You know, it's great.
I mean, there's nothing wrong like with having an all-American team. Like I think that's great as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like having that definitely, and like speaking to the players from the international, and how they settled in and how they said it was good. Like I was like, oh, if you're saying this is an international, it definitely helps.
Yeah.
But no, I think that really adds to our team a lot, and it makes us come together. Especially as a freshman, it's tough.
Yeah.
Like these freshmen, we got 3 freshmen, and it's tough. Like you're coming to a different country.
Sure.
Without your parents, without your friends, without your family. So I think it helps, like we've been there, we've done that, to kind of give them
You
advice.
relate to everyone kind of like in a way that is like brings everyone together.
Like we can't just nip home on our weekend. Like
No, we
we go
can't.
twice a year home, and like we all understand that. You know, when you're a freshman, it's tough because you're just away from home for so long.
Yeah.
So.
What was that like for you when you first? So did you first come to America when you went to college?
I've been to America before, but like being
To
away
live here,
from
I
home.
mean,
Yeah.
What was that adjustment like?
So
It must have
I
been
actually
crazy.
didn't go home for a year.
Yeah.
Because I transferred and COVID. So I came in the COVID like 2020
Damn.
So I didn't come home for Christmas that year. So I was away for like 11 months
Oh,
or
my
something.
goodness.
So it was a crazy like time because I went to Colorado, transferred.
And did they lose the program like as soon as you got there?
Yeah, like just before. So I was
Dang.
like, oh, I'm gonna go and like get my education
Sure.
still. But I had a great time. I mean, I think you learn,
Sure.
like, and you meet people and friends who can like help. Like, I think my friends in Colorado, a few of them were older, and one of them was a grad student who had done the tennis thing for 4 years, so she definitely helped. Like, especially being away from home for Christmas, that's always tough.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, there's some days that you really miss them, but you do get used to it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think there's way more opportunities here, like with tennis and sport, than I would have back home. So it's just like reminding yourself of that.
Was there something about American culture that kind of surprised you guys when you got here?
Oh, no.
Anything you want to, anything specific or anything like that stuck out to you the most?
Yeah, the food is definitely
Better or worse?
Oh, it's so much worse. Sorry.
No, it's
I mean,
okay.
I'm gonna give you something. I'll give you Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving food is good,
It's
but
not bad.
the rest is not good.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just like really like different.
Sure.
Different.
Like at the start. I mean, also you just like you like what you've been brought
Sure,
up with.
yeah,
Like when
definitely.
and it's like comfort, and then when it's not there.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I feel like America is like, we're just like a big melting pot of different cuisines. Like we don't really have like traditional
Yeah.
American. Like we have like cheap, I guess like burgers and
Burgers,
things. You know what I'm
fries.
saying?
Yeah, that's where we like.
That
I'm
would
like,
probably be like an American thing. I would say.
Yeah, like there's not really an American dish that you can be
Yeah.
like, okay, like this is it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like instead of you have like Thai food, you have
Sure.
Colombian food.
What's like a food like a meal from like where you're from that was like
From
your
where I'm
favorite
from?
when you grew up?
I mean, we're very known for like rice, beans,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
meat.
Sure.
You know, but it's like homemade. Everything is like from
Yeah.
scratch, and like I think the vegetables there are just like way better.
Yeah, we don't do that here. A lot
Right.
of frozen burgers.
Right,
A
like
lot of
everything
frozen
you
chicken
just
nuggets.
everything
Yeah.
just grows. I guess like everything's so fresh, so that's why it makes a difference a lot.
Sure.
You know.
But I do like the thing. I do love like a lot of the American culture. Like I like the people.
What about
It's
the music?
very like social. The music.
Yeah.
The music
Yeah,
is,
I like
I mean, the music is very
Like rap
broad.
music?
You know, it's like I
Sure.
mean, you
Yeah,
can
it's a
listen.
lot.
You know.
You listen to
like-
rap music?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Like
Lil Baby?
yeah, little
He's my favorite.
No, I like America and I like the music and
Sure.
I like there's so much to do here. Like
Yeah.
every state is so different. Like, I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
one thing. Like I feel like the opportunity is definitely like
Yeah.
you know, and that's why we're here basically.
Well, even
you
like
know?
college sports, like you were saying in England, like they don't even
Yeah.
have, which is kind of crazy to me.
Mhm.
Like it's,
Yeah.
I-
It's such a big thing here. Like, as an athlete, you get treated really well,
Mhm.
which is like incredible. Because in England you don't, like, because you don't really have it. And if you play, you don't get treated any
Sure.
differently. But here you get treated well, and
Yeah.
everyone looks out for you. I feel like, and the culture here is quite like that.
Everything's so big.
Yeah.
Everything like the roads, everything's just so much bigger than back home.
Yeah, that's crazy because like I've only been to America, so I don't.
Yeah.
I've never been anywhere else, but I can imagine.
You gotta visit.
Yeah,
You definitely gotta
Like,
visit.
what country should I go to first? Cause like
You should go to Europe though.
yeah,
I mean,
Europe
I'm not saying like I'm just saying like you should go to Europe because I think that's what everyone does.
is- sure.
And like if you want to go to South America,
Yeah.
you should go to South America.
I would
'Cause,
go to
like,
South America.
yeah, go to South America.
Colombia.
Go to Colombia,
Yeah, some cool
Argentina. It's a good
Argentina.
place to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I feel
But
like,
go to Europe. Europe is a beautiful place.
I feel like I need to go to Italy. Have you ever been to Italy before?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been.
Is it nice there?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has been to a lot of.
I mean, it's just right across.
Right.
Sure.
You can like. I mean, yeah, I would go to like Europe, Italy, Greece,
Mhm.
all the.
Yeah.
England.
The Netherlands.
Yeah. Well, and like you guys were saying, like, so what's the weather like over there generally where you're from in England? Like we were talking about before.
Oh, in England, it's rainy.
Yeah.
It's
so
very
real
rainy. I mean, the summers can be nice.
Sure.
Like a good summer English
Yeah.
day, but it rains a lot.
Yeah.
So like Indiana is not that.
Yeah.
Like,
it snows
yeah,
a lot.
it
It's real inconsistent here too,
Yeah.
like we were talking about before.
But it gets hotter here and then
Sure.
it gets colder here.
Interesting.
I like the sun.
Yeah.
I don't like rain. I don't
Yeah.
I like the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Like where you're from in
Oh,
Colombia? It's like
um,
real hot down there.
Yeah. So basically, it's known for it's a Caribbean like
Sure.
coast. You know, we have the coast. So the country in general is quite hot,
Mhm.
but there's some parts that get a little cold, but not super cold. Like where I live, it doesn't get below like 65. So it's not
That's
like
crazy.
yeah, it doesn't get below that. So it's not like it's cold. It's fine. Like
Yeah.
you learn to appreciate it definitely. But if you go to the coast, it's really hot.
Yeah.
Like 90, 100, you know, all that.
So I want to backtrack a little bit here. So we talked about when you came here when you were a freshman. You came here when you were 14. Like, who did you stay with? Who did you live with? And what was it like staying away from your family for a long extended period of time?
So basically, when I went there, it was a resort type of thing.
Okay.
Not resort, but like basically there was like rooms where we could stay. So there were dorms, right?
Okay. This is a high school.
Yeah, it was a high
So
school.
kind of like a boarding school.
Kind of a boarding school.
And it was in Florida.
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
you had like obviously it's not like you were like controlled 24/7. You know,
Sure.
it was like a sports academy, so it's
Okay.
not you
Yeah.
know.
What was it
but
called?
Club Med Academies.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stuff.
but now it has a different name. I don't know. You know when they change everything.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
But basically, yeah, I came in and it was like basically sharing like a room with like four girls.
Dang.
And like it wasn't. We had curfew and all this, so it wasn't great. My first 2 years, and then my other 2 years, I lived with a woman that took care of us,
Oh, okay.
and it was like 5 minutes from the school, and I
Oh.
just biked every day. But I never lived with. Like I said, I moved out of my house when I was 14, so
Sure.
it's kind of weird coming back home. It's like like living with my parents is weird because I always been used to like living by myself.
Yeah.
You know.
How often? So do you go home twice a year then too?
Yeah, I try to. Longer in Christmas and New Year's time, but during
Yeah.
the summer, I usually work for the summers.
So you stay up here, like in
And
America?
yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
usually go to New York to work.
New York.
We do tennis coaching.
Oh,
Yeah.
you both do.
Sometimes.
I did a bit.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
I've done
I
it.
did
Yeah, I've done it a while.
Okay.
Like I've done it like 2 summers.
So when you go, like, when you go to New York, what's that like? Where do you stay at? Like,
There's a lot of like so it's very known like for being like a country club type of vibe.
New York City.
Like upstate New York.
So you go
yeah.
upstate New York.
Yeah, so
Okay.
kind of going towards Connecticut.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
okay.
it's very known for being like country club area, and
Yeah.
they just give me the housing and I work,
Oh,
make money. Yeah,
that's nice.
yeah.
So like they pay for your housing too.
Yeah, well they did for mine though. Some people don't,
Oh,
but
okay.
they did for mine.
And it's good experience too, cause
Oh, it's great.
Is coaching something that you consider like after your?
It's a good. I always say that it's a good option if
Sure.
for example, there's something happens. Like if something doesn't work out, I feel like all of us have the option to just do coaching.
Yeah.
It's great and it gives good money.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know.
Would you consider being a coach? No. Why not?
I mean, yeah, no. I just think, for me, I did my degree in math.
Oh, okay.
To go into like the.
I mean, it's not something I want to do. Don't get me wrong.
So you don't. So like coaching.
It's
is
just
kinda
something
like,
that
It's a side.
You
it's
can
a
always do it
side
on the
thing.
side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
like a
think I might
trainer.
try and do it on the side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just.
It's a lot though.
Yeah.
It becomes a lot.
It's tough on your
yeah.
body.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh.
you're standing all day in the sun.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
More. I mean, yeah.
I feel like tennis in general is like real. Like I don't think people realize how like conditioned you really have to be to.
Oh,
play
it's.
tennis.
I
Like
read
what's
it-
that? What's the conditioning like for you
I mean, I
guys?
read an article and it was something I forgot. It was in America and they said people underestimate tennis players.
Yeah.
Like it's just heavy on every
Oh
part.
my
I know.
Like,
goodness.
your arm, your knees. Like there's so many hip operations.
Mhm.
Like it's just tough because it's stopping and starting.
Yeah, you're
on the
constantly
court
like.
for like
you know.
3-4 hours.
And
sometimes.
exactly, I was about to
Yeah.
say the matches are like
yeah.
hours
Yeah,
long
like
at a time.
especially if it's a tough match. So like,
hmm
I mean, it is a tough.
it's always tough, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely hard on your body. Like I feel like I don't think people see how actually bad it is.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I feel like every time we play a match, especially when we play a match,
Mhm.
we're all like, like our body, we need to like do
Sure.
recovery because
Yeah.
otherwise we're just, the next day we're just gonna be so stiff.
What's
you
the
know?
recovery like for you? Like is it like ice bath? Like, you know, like-
Sometimes ice
Yeah.
bath, depends what it hurts. Like if like my foot hurts, I just put ice or heat or whatever you need, or stretches, obviously stretches. all
There's
the
some
time.
people use like the recovery legs.
Oh yeah, the legs. Have you seen the pressure legs?
No, what
Yeah.
are those?
So
No.
you put them on, like it's like kind of like boots. You put them up to your like waist.
Oh, so is it like leggings, like compression pants?
Yeah, like
Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
And then they just blow out, like
Oh. No,
and it helps though. It really
Sure.
does
Yeah,
help.
they're
Yeah.
in the training rooms.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
People do that. Like
Yeah.
it's just.
Have you
Or-
guys ever had a match where it's like my whole body hurts? Like I'm gonna need
Oh
some time to recover?
yeah, in Florida we were
So, like, last
oh
week.
no.
Because we had so many matches
Sure.
in a row.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's tough. The heat.
The heat
It's
also.
got up to
It
like 90
definitely-
something,
yeah, it
90.
definitely- Yeah, like 90.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little more.
Was it
Yeah.
this time of year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
was
Like it was
hot.
March and it was like super hot and humid though. Like we were like
So-
dying.
Yeah, it's real humid down there.
And
Yeah.
we played Florida teams mainly, or Texas, and they're so
Mhm. They're used to
the
it.
team in
Sure.
Texas is like on the border to Mexico, so they're all used to like the heat.
though. Yeah.
And we're coming from snow. Like,
Yeah.
it took a while to get used to it, but I mean, it was good practice. It just
It kills us.
They
But it's
eat.
good because you play good teams.
I was about to say it's good preparation
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
great
like the real
preparation.
season, you know,
Yeah.
like the conference season. And stuff. So
Mhm.
when you guys were down there, was it just all tennis, or was it like did y'all get to do anything
Oh,
fun, like go to the beach
sometimes.
or go to
we
Disney
did.
World?
We had one day off.
Okay.
and
We-
three of the girls went to
Oh,
UMass,
yeah.
so-
Oh, university.
Yeah.
Did you guys go?
No.
No, because
Oh.
we went before, you know. And the
right.
new girls, the three, so there was two new girls that they have never been, and they were
okay.
so excited. They were like,
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
loved
cool.
it.
they loved it. They were big Harry Potter fans,
Oh, okay.
so they were just
We
like,
just sat by the pool.
yeah,
That
just
sounds
sat
like
by the pool.
That sounds like a perfect outfit.
Yeah, it was
I
good,
feel
yeah.
like down in Florida.
No,
It's
was a
just
good
being-
trip.
Like I feel like we were just out in the sun. We loved it, you know. Like
Yeah.
it was just like appreciating that. It was amazing.
And especially like being up here like all year round, it's like I like getting in the sun. Like you know,
Yeah.
I don't blame
No,
you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good trip.
So you guys played last week, and now conference play is coming up.
Mhm.
How do you guys feel ahead in a conference play? Like, let's get into some real tennis here.
I think it'll be good. Like, I think
Sure.
we're a new team. We're a
Yeah.
fresh team. I mean, we've got the toughest two matches in before the postseason.
Yeah.
Next week with Charleston on Friday and Sibiru on Saturday. I mean, I think we're confident. I think we can beat both teams pretty comfortably.
Sure.
It's just making sure our bodies are all recovered from spring break. But I think it's good. Like our lineup's strong, and I've played them for 3 years now, and Slippery Rock we play about 4 times a year. It's PSAC postseason, and
Sure.
then regionals we play them. So we know how they play, or especially me and Blahu, the other girl who stayed, and
Okay.
definitely know what we're in for and know how to play them. It's just doing it on the day. But I feel confident that our team can definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
And if we win both matches, we'll be number 1 in the region and the conference. So it's a big weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely exciting.
Like you played your first. Did the season the season starts in the fall, right? Like you guys play some stuff. in
Oh,
the
we
fall.
play individual stuff more
okay,
than team
but not
stuff.
Team.
But it is still tough though. Like
Sure.
we play like what is it? I'm just no. Like
There's some
regionals?
stuff going on in the fall.
what is it? In
Right.
individual, like in the fall.
in the individual we just play PSAC,
Yeah, we
and
play
ITA,
PSAC.
regionals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But this is the spring's our main season, our
Sure.
Yeah.
important season.
yeah.
And so it was like last week's spring break trip. Was that like the beginning of your guys' like?
We played teams before.
Before,
like,
yeah, but they were like out of conference, out
Sure.
of region, you know.
Yeah.
Just practice, kind of getting used to like
Yeah.
that rhythm, you know.
So are you excited to play like PSAC matches? Like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be your
I'm-
first PSAC match on Saturday.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited definitely because even in the fall, I mean, we did play some of the girls
Sure.
in the region and
Okay.
in the conference, but
Yeah.
it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like this is the main thing, and you know, the dynamic of like playing with the team and you know playing all these new teams. I guess
Sure.
I want to see. I'm really looking forward to see how it is and the environment and everything. I'm excited. I'm confident and excited for the matches coming up.
We're lucky enough to have it on our home courts, which
Nice.
makes a big
Oh, yeah,
difference.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully the weather
Yeah.
is good next week.
Yeah.
We'll have two
We're
big
manifesting
matches
a
on.
good weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking into
Yes.
England right now.
Yeah.
Why do you like what other than the obvious? You said it's like it makes a big difference playing at home.
I mean, I think
Not
one,
having to
not
drive.
having their supporters.
Mhm,
Sure.
yeah.
It's really,
Okay. Yeah.
the supporters, especially when we played Charleston 2 years ago, it's tough. Like they had the whole baseball team out there
Dang.
on you,
Yeah.
especially on my court. They were
Oh man.
it was tough. And I think if we can get some athletes out and people out, it definitely
Sure.
helps.
Yeah.
And also the courts, it's comfortable. You know exactly which court you're playing on,
Yeah.
and I think that definitely helps. And knowing the courts. I mean, it sounds stupid, but some courts play so differently.
Sure.
Oh, definitely.
Some courts are way quicker, way
Yeah.
slower, and it's definitely we know our courts.
Yeah.
And I think also it makes the freshmen feel a bit more comfortable
Sure.
because they know where they're coming, they know
Yeah.
what they're doing. Because it's tough, it's their first proper scary match, their
Sure.
big match. So
Yeah.
it's nice having it on the home courts.
Yeah.
How have you guys seen them, like the freshmen, grow as they? Because you mentioned that it's all completely new team. With how many new players are freshmen?
So we got 6 new players, 2 transfers,
Yeah.
3 transfers,
3 transfers,
and then
And
3
3
freshmen.
freshmen.
Yeah.
So what have you seen from the freshmen like in their first couple matches that
Um,
prepare for the conference?
Well, at the beginning, at the beginning of the spring,
Okay.
you could see a little bit of the doubt,
Sure.
a little bit like, oh, this is new.
The
How did
adjustment.
we do?
Yeah.
Because also in juniors, you're used to playing only individuals,
Okay.
and if you're playing doubles, it's like you're just playing your match and only your match. But now, since like it's like a team, even if you win or if you lose, all you gotta do is like go to if they haven't finished, obviously you gotta
Sure.
go and support your team because all 6 matches and the 3 doubles they all matter,
Sure.
So obviously I feel like at the beginning it was kind of like quiet, you only focus about your match and everything, but now they're like, all right, if Katie's 1 and Hannah is 6,
Yeah.
they're screaming like, oh, let's go Hawks, let's go IUP, and like
Sure.
I feel like you could see the improvement of them like from the first match to now that they know that that's really important.
How do you determine like who plays when at the matches? Because I know like
So,
you have everyone plays, right? Like everyone plays
Uh,
somebody.
so we've got 8 people on a team.
Uh-huh.
You put only 6 players play.
Okay, so 6
3
play.
doubles, 6 players, and it's the coach.
So the coach just picks
puts
who plays who.
Coach puts our lineup 1 to 6.
Oh, and then you
And
play
then
the other
other
two
coach
1 through
puts 1
6.
to
Right,
6.
yes.
And so 1 plays the 1, the 2 plays the 2. And you can't really change it. Like, he's deciding it. I mean, it's pretty obvious because like, over spring break you get every match you get it, but in PSAC you basically can't really change it. Like
Sure.
your lineup stays the same.
Like all season.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's just the coach. But
Yeah.
like it's with tennis, it's not hard. It's not pretty easy, but like you can kind of see the lineup as you go along.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, every match counts. Every match is
Sure.
the same. Like,
I always said that either regardless if you're playing 1 or 6 doesn't matter, just give your
You're out there
100%.
playing, right?
Yeah, you're out there
and
playing.
you get the same point.
Yeah, right,
Like
yeah.
every singles point is worth 1, and the doubles point, the
It's-
whole doubles point is worth 1.
Yeah.
So it's out of 7.
Sure.
So every match counts.
Every match counts, so you
Yeah.
just gotta go out there and play,
What like for people who don't know a lot about tennis, I know a little. I've watched a little bit of tennis. I know a little bit. Like what are the bigger like strategical differences between playing doubles and singles? Like I mean,
Oh,
like where you
so
stand,
different.
like how you
Oh,
hit the
yeah.
ball, like how does that work?
So
It's a big difference.
for doubles,
It's a lot of space.
right.
Yeah.
So for doubles, there's a lot of like signaling and strategy, where to move, how to move, when to move.
Yeah.
And like especially all depends if you're serving. Like for example, if my partner is serving, I'm at the net, I gotta be closer to the net
Yeah.
because obviously their serve is gonna hurt that person.
Sure.
So I gotta be on top of the net in case the ball comes to me and I go. But if I'm returning, then my partner has to step back a little bit in case the ball goes to her. So it's definitely, I mean, for singles, you got a lot more space,
Sure.
Coming to the net is a little tougher,
Yeah.
especially for girls. And I guess for me, I like the doubles better,
I was
It's
gonna
just,
ask my
yeah.
next question. What do you prefer?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I like doubles better, 100%.
I think
For me,
Singles has more freedom.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like doubles a little less like running.
For me,
Yeah.
that more than anything, I like to have someone with me.
Sure.
It's like I don't think people realize how mental tennis is.
Yeah. Well, it's
Um,
any sport. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
and like being there by yourself is tough, even
Sure.
though you have your team. So
Yeah.
I like to have someone with me.
What about you? You like singles?
I mean, I love doubles, and I'm so like I am doubles partner with my roommate. Like,
Oh, nice.
Like-
So you had the same partner like all season, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we all like it's great to play doubles, with her, and I mean it's our last year, both of us seniors, so it's a nice way to like finish my career
Sure.
with her. But there's something about singles that I do like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like I do like you're on your own, and it's like I don't know. I think you can get more hyped, and
Yeah.
also you have more freedom just to like play your game
sure.
a bit more.
Well, it's crazy you say that because like tennis is unique in that aspect where like for basketball, football, or in pretty much any other sport, you're on the field, kind of like what you were saying.
Mhm.
You're on the field with your teammates at the same
Mhm.
time. Like when you're playing singles, like it must be kind of interesting for you guys because you're on the team, but you're there by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like your game contributes to the team score, but you're out there all on your own. Like it's an interesting perspective to think of.
Yeah, and I mean it's not like let's say in football, like you do the coach chooses the play.
Sure.
Like you choose.
You're just out there on your own.
You just do your own thing.
Your coach can give you advice like,
I was gonna
it's
say,
like this low to the backhand, but you can do whatever. Like your coach isn't out there playing, like it's you doing it.
Yeah. Also, like it's not like oh I'm gonna do that like that you know I'm gonna go there. Sometimes it doesn't go there. You know, it's just
adapt.
It's all
exactly.
on the fly, too.
Yeah.
You're all on your own.
Right.
How much like back and forth do you guys have with the coach like during games? Like is it a lot or is it kind of just like?
Depends, because we only have one, our current coach right now.
Sure.
But if he's on the court, you try to like in the changeover. That's when he tries to talk to you the most. Like when you're resting between games.
Yeah.
Sometimes he comes over and like if it's a key point or something, he comes around. He's like, oh, let's try to do this. Let's go. Come on. But if he's not there, you just gotta kind of like go with it. It's just hard because it's 6 people playing and he has to be roaming around the whole.
So you guys all play at the same time.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. So you're like, so you had to like hurry up and finish your match. So you can go like chill with
Yeah.
other people too.
Yeah.
And also, like the juniors, the seniors.
Sure.
He doesn't really want to. He needs to be around like
The freshmen
especially
that
in
are
tight
starting.
points that they
Yeah.
never experienced that. So like, it's nice having like the coach on your court, but at the same time, like, if there's all the matches going on, I think it's like better him going to the courts. One, if they're losing, or two, if like if you're playing with like freshmen, they need the coach more. They haven't been here. They haven't experienced these pressure moments before.
Sure.
Yeah. Sometimes when he leaves, sometimes people start winning, and
Sure.
sometimes you need your time to do your own thing. And I feel like in the upperclassmen, he trusts a lot. He's like, all right, I'll let them do their thing. I think I need to go to a freshman. Maybe they're losing or something.
Do you feel like kind of like you said, like maybe a little more pressure on you when the coach is watching?
Not with this coach.
No, with
He's
him.
really nice.
He's
and
really
he, like,
nice.
listens to you if you're like, I'm not hitting this well. Like he listens, like he's very positive. But I mean, you can tell when some players like in other teams, like coaches come over and then they start.
They're like hovering.
Oh yeah.
Going crazy.
Like you could definitely have a coach where they come to the court and they're like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Kind of like just shouting at you. And our coach is not like that. It's about like kind of listening to what we have to say and be like, okay, let's do this, then change it up.
And this is his first year, you were saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's that been like? Having like for you, like having a different coach now. Like,
I mean,
how many coaches have you had?
So
when you've been
I've
here?
had 3.
Okay, so what's the adjustment been like for you? I mean, that's
I
a
mean,
lot of adjustments.
I really like him.
Sure.
Like, so yeah, I had a coach for 2 years. Then Dave, the assistant coach, and volunteer, he came to be the head coach, and that was great for the year. But we were all older, and like we all knew it. We were such an old team my junior year, and now coming in, I mean, it's fresh, like it's new. It's nice my senior year. It's kind of exciting.
Sure.
Sometimes after 4 years of playing the college sport, you do get a bit like, oh, it's not exciting. And I think he's good, and I think he'll do really good for like the team, and everyone respects him, and everyone likes him.
Yeah.
Which is so important because you need to sometimes being out there is tough, and
You need to have a coach you respect.
you want to respect him, and
Yeah.
also you want to play for him sometimes.
Sure.
Like I want to play for myself and the team, but it's nice playing for the coach as well.
Yeah.
And like it'd be really good for his first year, like for us to get to nationals, win conference.
Sure.
And I definitely think it's within like our means that we can do it. So I think that's good, and he listens to the players. Like he listens to our body. He doesn't like overwork. Like
Sure.
especially in tennis, it's easy to like overwork us.
Yeah.
So no, I think he's great. He's been good.
And he's British too, right?
Yeah.
What's
no,
that?
he's-
How do you like that? Maybe
She's a little biased though.
I'm
Yeah, a
biased.
little biased. So you guys like, do you guys like have like little secret like inside jokes, like British inside jokes you guys say a lot, or?
They just communicate in a
I was
different.
gonna say, you guys communicate in a different language, or what?
Yeah. I mean, there's some words we understand, and people
Yeah.
don't. But no, I mean, it's nice. I mean, he's been in America, 10?
Oh yeah, he's been here for a
Very
while
American,
though.
Okay.
like, yeah.
Do you speak like? Does he not have the accent?
No.
Oh,
he does,
totally.
he
Yeah,
does.
no.
He
He
has
just
the
been here. He was also a player
Okay.
in college, so
Oh, nice.
you can imagine that's been like 10 years here.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I mean, no, he's great, and yeah, the English always help.
Yeah. Are you guys from like similar places from England, or is he like from like a completely different?
No, like not that far, like
Okay.
2-3 hours, and also it helps because English players are known to get a bit crazy on the court, or like loud, and he
Yeah.
understands that. He gets it. Like the English players, we play English players, and they
Sure.
like go a bit crazy. crazy.
Yeah.
We know he was like that one, like, and he knows.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the loud. I'll be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
That's
she's
like a
our,
bridge
she's
to
our
the-
loudest, but that's a good thing. It
Yeah.
just gives it like it's definitely like an energy booster
Sure.
for everyone.
And he
Yeah.
respects it. Like, he likes it. He like.
Yeah.
And. for
So
me,
it's just like a British thing, being super loud on the court. What about you? Are you loud?
Crazy.
Colombia.
I'm also loud.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
maybe
also
it's
loud.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I feel like you and I probably
Yeah.
some of the loudest.
Yeah.
Just Katie's constant. You can hear Katie from everywhere. That's the thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong
That's
with
good
it.
though. No,
You're
it's a good
passionate. It
thing.
means you're
I mean, you're
passionate
meant to
about
be.
it.
Yeah, and you're meant to be loud.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
it's-
meant to be loud. The
Oh.
louder you are, like the louder you can cheer for your team, the
Sure.
better.
Tennis is mental.
Yeah.
Definitely.
People break, especially, so it's important.
What's like when you say tennis is mental? Like what are some of like the mental hurdles or mental barriers that you guys have to kind of overcome in tennis? Any specific ones or
It's
ones
just
that?
tough. As you said, you're out there on your own.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
if there's people against you, or like I played. What was it? What was the team that we played? Oh, Fairmont.
Yeah.
Like literally 2-3.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there was crowd like.
Oh.
Yeah,
against
this
me
crowd,
so
yeah.
much.
Sure.
And like it's mental.
Yeah.
It's just trying to stay calm in big points, and if there's crowd like trying to distract you or like against you, like it's
Yeah.
you. Like it's
Yeah.
not like the team can be like, come on. I mean, the team can, but you're on your own playing
For
that
sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors around. I feel like also in tennis it's really easy to you can be winning, far, and it can turn around
Yeah.
like
There's
this.
no time limit.
It's just like
Yeah.
and you gotta deal with that because then you're like, oh my god, like now I was up and it's a mental game because you're like you're on your own. No one is telling you, oh it's okay, like
Yeah.
all the time. Obviously there's people around you, but it's
Sure.
not the same as having
They're not out there.
your team,
Yeah.
your teammate in like soccer, for example. You
Yeah.
know, it's not the same thing. So I feel like it's definitely like a challenge.
The crowd thing is it's crazy you say that because like me, like I played basketball. Like I played in high school, not college, but like we were at a road game and the fans were crazy. We could kind of rally around each other. Do you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, and so the fact like having to be out there against another opponent and you have the crowd against you at the same time and you don't have like other teammates to rally around. Like I
Yeah.
never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
No, and they get a big group though.
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
they're like just like let's go to the other team and you're like all right.
Yeah, thanks.
but it's fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, it's fun. She loves it though.
Well, whenever you overcome those challenges, I'm sure it can feel real
Oh,
satisfying
yeah,
and
yeah.
real rewarding.
Yeah, no. If you beat them and then
Oh
they're
my
just like, oh,
gosh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing.
The
Yeah,
best
that's not
way
a lot
to
of
quiet
trash.
Yeah, the best way to like tell them to relax is
is
like,
to win it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how you shut them out.
Yeah.
That's how you like. You can cheer like sometimes I'll look at them like cheer loud like if I win a big point, but like the crowd like they will be so quiet.
Sure.
If
Oh,
your team wins, if
definitely.
you win.
Yeah.
That's I learned that over time.
A lot of matches too.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot of trash. You guys trash talk in tennis, like to be
I
honest.
mean, it is quite like trash talking.
yeah.
Like,
I can imagine it get
it's
kind of
way
heated.
more like
It can
You guys
get
do
heated,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, like way more heated.
Yeah. So do you
That's
like
the
yelling
more-
across the like when you go to shake hands, you have to like.
Oh yes. Better not.
Some, oh yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes, but we don't do that unless they do it to us.
Sure.
There's just some girls out there that
Oh, okay.
just
Yeah.
some
different
people.
different cultures, different schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, just different people. Also, coaches telling
That's
people to.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like it's the environment on the
Yeah.
school that you never know.
We're not like that though.
No.
No,
Yeah, we're super.
We're
no,
nice.
we're not. We're
Yeah.
really
We're
nice.
nice team.
Yeah, we're a nice team though.
As you should be. Before we get you guys out of here, I want to ask you about like professional tennis players. Are there any like specific like tennis players that play like U.S. Open, Australian Open? Like, are there any players that you look up to growing up? Any favorites?
So many though. Yeah. I mean,
One you could pick.
you go.
Where's Serena at on the list? Where's Serena?
I like Serena.
She's my favorite. Of
Really?
course. Yeah, of course. I'm American.
I liked Andy Murray. I
Okay.
mean, he's.
Oh, Andy Murray. I remember
Yeah.
him. Yeah, he's cool. He's tough.
And then I really liked Azarenka. Like I just like the fight in some like
Yeah.
tennis players. I mean, I like now the young people coming up. Like it's nice to see that it's kind of changed.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And it's not just like Serena winning every
No.
year,
Yeah.
Federer, like Nadal.
Definitely heard of Coco.
Yeah, Coco Gauff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I like
amazing.
She's the best. I
She's
love
the
her.
best.
Yeah.
There's so many young people coming up there,
Sure.
like going up there.
Yeah.
And also it's cool to see like Cameron Norrie English. He
Mhm.
came from college.
College,
tennis.
yeah.
Like there's a lot now. Like college tennis is now becoming a thing
Sure.
to get.
Who was that one American kid? He played for. He played at
Ben
Florida.
Shelton.
Ben Shelton,
Ben
yeah.
He's
He was
hype.
at
I think it's
NCAA.
way more fun to watch like these American college tennis players
Sure.
because they cheer louder, they show more of their emotions. It's
a lot
fun.
of emotion.
So
It's becoming like more popular, like people turning pros from college is becoming a thing because it's just great. The competition is good,
Do you have any favorite tennis players?
Well, I mean, growing up, it wasn't like Colombian tennis players a lot, but
were there any like specific Colombian tennis players?
I mean, they have the doubles partners.
Okay.
Farah Ikawal. But I mean, they were like not that great, but but they were okay. But look, growing up, obviously, it was Nadal up there.
Sure.
He was Spanish.
Nadal.
He was he was kind of the closest to me, and I mean, also Federer is just the GOAT. He was amazing.
Roger Federer.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Cool. I like Nadal. I always liked him.
Yeah. But
I'm waiting for an American tennis player to like take over, like the men's game especially. Like, I feel like we had Serena, like we have Coco now, like Tiafoe. I like him, Tiafoe. He's tough. Have you guys ever been to like a open match, like any of them?
She's been.
I've been to Wimbledon and the US Open.
Okay, what was that like? Who did you see?
I mean, I've been to Wimbledon quite a lot, like growing up.
Sure.
I mean, I'm near Wimbledon, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure it
it's cool
is.
to see the level, like even the US Open. Like I went 2 years ago. The level's unreal. Like it's such a big step up. So, like the ball just flies, and like you see the athleticism in these players.
Insane. Like you're like, how do these people like are alive right now?
Are they like breathing right now? Like,
Yeah.
they've been
Yeah,
playing for
no,
4
it's
hours.
insane.
Like, And I feel like tennis, like it's so fun to watch. I love watching tennis.
Yeah, I like it. Like
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
good.
I think it's one of the more very entertaining. Like I obviously I like like football and basketball, but I think tennis is right up there because it's so back and forth and pace and like
it's quick. Everything's quick.
Yeah, especially if you have a favorite player that you can like root for.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I just root for everything the Americans are. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I used to.
As you should though.
Yeah, and I used to root
totally.
for Serena, but now like Serena retired, so I gotta find someone new.
I know.
Yeah.
Coco, go for Coco.
Yeah, Coco,
She's
she's cool.
amazing.
She's
Yeah,
Coco.
Coco's good. Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably out of time. Anything else you guys want to talk about? You guys good?
No.
Good luck with the matches this weekend. Hopefully it goes
Thank
well.
you.
Hopefully you guys get a good crowd. Like I mean, I might have to pop out. Like
Yeah.
You have to.
I'll cheer. Like,
You have
can the
to.
fans like? Are we allowed to cheer as loud as we want?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I get into it. Like
Yeah.
I'll trash talk.
Yeah,
the
you
other
should
team.
come
Like,
out.
Can I get like the violation? Can I get a violation?
No, you can't. No.
Yeah, okay.
No, you should definitely come out and like have people come out.
For sure.
Like we need the support.
It's next
Definitely.
weekend, so like.
This is the biggest, like you said. This is the
Yeah,
biggest of the season.
Yeah.
So next Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a week and a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you. We're
you
very
for
grateful
having
you guys
us.
took the time, and that's the end of this episode. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thank you.